in fact, doing the stream
Waiting,
thingy.
waiting.
Still waiting.
I hear me. I hear
Right.
you.
All
I think we're good.
Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to another episode of Mike's Campaign of Sugoi Sauce. I'm your host, the reparative DM, aka Mike, because you can
Sorry,
read.
what kind of DM?
Reparative? Representative?
Reparative?
I don't know. I make up words sometimes. I'm allowed. This is my world. I can do what I want.
He's the DM.
Oh,
He's allowed to do it.
you have a bunch of right-click context menus up
I
over
do.
people's
Thank
faces.
you. Yes. All right.
Okay.
I know how to do this. I've only done this like 22 times now. As always, we have our gnome tinkerer Babbage, Jim.
Howdy.
Our furblog druid Jeff, or you.
Yeah.
You. Our high elf monk Canadian, the storm blessed. Blessed Bellarmine the mate, great. Our knowledge cleric, fanning himself. I don't know why that was funny to me. All right, when we last left our heroes, after festivities and being pulled into a production of sorts, they basically spent all of last session thinking through and preparing and planning out what they were going to do for the rest of the journey ahead, debating back and forth between whether or not they were going to investigate a cave off to the northeast of town, or if they're going to try to just jump the gap, if you will. Going basically across, basically just directly across this gap from what I will call the Ironwood Island to straight across either to the Manamind Island or Wintervane. With that, we will turn. Yes.
Well, yeah, Manamine Island and Wintervane are two different land masses, right?
I mean, they are.
At least from my view of the map, I see two different colors, there's a bridge between them. Oh, I guess the mountains connect them.
Yeah, so it is one. I mean, if anything, it's actually, it's also physically connected to the Rushlands Island.
I see that
if you
too.
will,
I see that too.
Yeah.
Call it different continents, mini continents.
Yeah.
I'm calling them biomes.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty much. So with that, based on the notes from Skeksis, plan is to head north out of town to the edge of the abyss, so that their ethereal owl can scout out the space, because they want to see if there's some way they can try to get these floating islands to see if they can jump the gap between the floating islands. So, with that, I believe
We could establish regular travel between the two islands, circumventing the bandits' land. That could be very beneficial to the entire town.
Mm-hmm. Yes, since no one has successfully scouted out from there ever since this establishment or settlement was created. So, I believe it was morning. I think you'd all rested, and we're all just having this discussion. And we go now to the adventurers as they hang out in the basement meeting place that is essentially their headquarters.
Yes, I'm gonna make a sign for the basement's door. Just put it on Cogman's tower. We gotta come up with a cool team name. Anyway, well, all right. Sounds like we've had about a week or so, maybe two, to collect our thoughts. What do you say we set on out? It just feels like it's been that long. I know it was just a moment ago we were all talking.
Yeah. I guess this is our time to start heading north and see if we can jump that gap.
Oh, let's go.
All
right, Cogman. I guess we'll see you later.
Night, best of luck.
See you later.
And he takes off up the stairs. You all head out the back door to Harm's Way daytime. Alright, so, yeah, we're journeying through. I mean, you're basically just. Is anybody going to make any stops, or are we heading straight out of town?
Personally, I'm headed over here.
Nope.
We have rations and things like that. Have we picked all that stuff up? Can we just make that we've re-geared and tools?
Yeah, that's fine.
If not, then let's go do that.
right, everybody's headed out. So how many? Let's actually that's a good thing to note. I'll say you all have 7 days of rations on you.
7 days rations.
All right, and with that, all right, heading north out of town because I'm very particular about this. Where's? Wait. Oh, there we go. Northgate. Your friends Dimitri and Tiberius, who you recall were the first people you met in the South Gate, greet you. All right, you guys are heading back out into the great wild beyond. Whoa. What are you going to do this time? Besides snake around the entire map?
What are all these numbers that just jumped on the screen?
It's me just drawing a path of movement, being silly.
Which, yeah, it gets a bit noisy very quickly.
Cherry.
It's all good. The gate's open, so there's no. It's not like you have to wait. So you can just, if you want to just keep on walking on, that's fine.
Indeed, I think we should.
All right.
Unless we want to hop a horse, and by horse I mean you.
I've called
As if on
for,
cue, a big furry paw reaches down to Babbage.
Ah, well, I do appreciate it. I won't be holding the group behind.
I'm still calling for the retainers, and I think one of them has a horse.
Yes, the running gag that is the retainers. Yes, someday. They're trying. I trust me, they're trying. All right, so everybody's just walking, right?
Yeah,
While walking,
Yep.
I need to take I have 2 affect engines currently. Yeah, I still have a lightning and a fire attached to the shield and net.
Okay. Okay. All right, so you're walking through the woods. I mean, it's outside of the occasional woodland creature, squirrel you see running by, chipmunk, maybe a deer in the distance. You walk for a good, I want to say it's a good like half an hour, and so you're all greeted with this familiar scene. Oops.
We got blindfolded.
Whoops. Sorry. Everybody's got vision, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So, at this point, you've been west. That took you to the Iron Outpost. You've been east. That took you to the bridge. So I don't know where you're all going to head at this point.
Wouldn't we be just going slightly east of the Iron Outpost?
I mean, that's up to you all.
That's for the guys. That was a question.
So, sorry. What's his sneeze? Excuse me.
God bless you.
Thank you. It was my understanding that we were trying to head west, northwest to the north coast of the island.
Right, but slightly east of the Iron Outpost would be there.
Oh, Iron Outpost. Yeah, sorry, I got the Uldor's Tower and Iron Outpost mixed up. Yeah, basically midway betwixt the 2 settlements, as far as I understood.
Ah, so you want to head west a ways and then go straight up.
Yes.
Yeah, where you have the weird
Like
3-prong island and the smaller island to the southwest, closest to.
I wish we could ping on the handout so you could see what we mean.
Yes.
Okay, no, I think I see. I'd like 3-pronged. Okay, so you're going almost directly north from here. If you're going to the
Yeah.
3-prong island, or you're just trying to
Northwest.
Yeah. Okay.
Like 345 degrees.
Course 345. Got it. Okay. All right, so you're gonna stick to the road for a bit, or are you gonna start wandering into the woods? That's my question.
Stick to the road as long as it's heading in the right direction. I mean, I don't know that we know the roads by heart.
Decision.
So we
Mike,
could
is it
always use our
possible to give?
we could use our navigation abilities.
Is it possible to give the owl vision so I can see ahead?
Oh, yeah, stand by.
He's running interference, of course.
Got it. Okay. All right, well, if the map is accurate, Bellarmine's just taken off to the north.
He's running through the fields at the moment.
Yes.
Strawberry.
I don't know if the path continues that way, Bellarmine. I think we may want to head west down this road first, and then curve north.
Zip. All right. So the group's moving west. Is that accurate?
I will ask my brain what I recall from previous maps that I've seen and knowledge of the roads, with a little bit of history, nature, survival. What do you need?
And I'm going to guidance him when he does that. Because he's resting on my shoulders, and I go,
Give me a second. What? No, that is not at all. Stand by. Why did that not work? Copy. That's better. Okay. Sorry. So, I mean, from what you recall, I mean, you all have, I assume.
We've traversed to the Iron Outpost, so I'm trying to remember on our way there if I knew of anywhere that this road would naturally take us further north once we head west. That's what I'm trying to remember.
You can nature check that bad boy.
Alrighty.
at advantage.
Added. Well, no, not an
Wow,
advantage,
with a D4.
but with a +2.
Oh. Druid advantage.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
You do not recall. I mean, you remember like just seeing like sort of gaps in the woods, but you don't recall any specific road or path that like takes off to the north in any particular place. The road basically only.
But I would know whereabouts after traveling west that we should turn.
I mean, if you're trying to go off of the map you have to give you a sense, yes, you would.
Yeah, because I don't want to just take the hypotenuse through the woods. I want to stick to the road as long as possible, and
Got
then cut north when it makes sense.
Okay. Why? There we go. Okay. All right. So you're traveling west. Okay. So, after a good, you think roughly hour and a half of walking, nothing particularly happens. I mean, you see again just more woodlands. So you're getting to about mid-morning at this point. You get to this part of the road, and you think you're at about a point where you're going to want to travel. Okay. And Bellarmine takes off.
Oh, I was just going to suggest that breaking the trees is probably our best bet. It's like you read my mind, Dr. Bellarmine.
Well, it just seemed logical.
Most logical, Captain.
All right, very good. Okay.
You, what does who see?
Advantage on that.
So who sees basically what looks like it's just there's the occasional like path you can kind of follow through the woods that starts where you happen to be here. But for the most part, it's very thick foliage, so it's not. For the most part, you can see. I mean, with his owl eyes, he sort of scans and you can see like the occasional rodent and small critter running around, but there isn't all that much to see outside of just thick foliage for a good decent while. Make sure. Yep. Okay. All right. So you travel into the woods a bit. After about. Wait. So is who scouting ahead, or is it? Is every like how far you're sending who basically? I don't know. Like how far forward would you say, or is he staying like straight up?
how far from this path? How far would I guess it to be to the edge of the land if it were still an island? Is it a matter of several miles, a couple dozen miles, half a mile?
Probably several miles.
Okay. Then he's doing a wide arc, say a half mile out, and then circling back. Or not a wide arc, but say like a zigzag pattern ahead,
Okay,
getting about a half mile away and then doubling back.
got it. All right. Okay, in that case, we're gonna move. Where's? All right, you're gonna see tokens, Jeff. But the only. Oh wait, no. You can only really. You can only see through the owl's eyes if it's within like 100 feet, right? I'm trying to remember how that.
It's find familiar, right?
Yeah.
I think it's to telepathically communicate within 100 or 200 feet, something like that.
Yeah.
But if I warg, are you looking at it, Jim?
Yeah, when your familiar is within 100 feet, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses that it might have. You yourself are deaf and blind with your own senses during that time.
So would you?
So you're
That's within 100 feet. Yeah.
that's within 100 feet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
So I can only see what it sees when he doubles back.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah, you can't warg outside of 100 feet. You can't communicate with it telepathically outside of 100 feet either.
Got it. Okay. All right. So she's so yeah so who's scanning out ahead? The only thing that you sort of well here we'll go here. So you're moving through the woods, and who's roughly about here, does see like you're just like you've been walking through the woods for about half an hour, and the one thing you have seen that's sort of unusual is you see like a pair of boars, sort of moving through the space here. Is who's circling overhead, as you've basically made it to a point in the like a path in the the path seems to continue on down to the top left if you're just trying to follow like a space in the woods that you can move through that isn't like crawling through underbrush.
Dutch colonists in South Africa or acorn eaters?
Not boars, boars.
Tusks.
He said gorillas, not gorillas.
A couple of boars.
This is how we level up, guys. We just keep killing boars.
All right. Well, since it's the first creature that who has seen, he'll double back, report the movement,
Okay.
and then
Right.
once he doubles back and reports the movement, I'm gonna use, I suppose, a nature check
Okay.
to. Well, here's the thing: when I see through his senses,
Yeah.
it's in real time.
Yes.
It's not like I could play back the video clip of what he did see, right?
Correct.
Can I communicate with that through the owl to the boars?
Huh. Um,
I have my
since
ruling. You're the
you
DM.
need no, I would say no because the owl won't be able to communicate in the ways that like you know how to with your words and your hands and your mannerisms and how you like commune with nature. So no, I would say you'd have to get up to
Lips,
the
vocal cords.
yeah. I would say you have to get up to the boar. You have to like get up to the boars themselves to be able to let that work.
Because I have speak with animals, but that's a ritual spell that I do not have
See,
prepared.
instead of an owl, you should have chosen a lyrebird, and then it could reproduce your voice.
I'm not going to sit here and take 10 minutes to cast a spell to talk to some wild pigs.
Fair enough. So what are you doing?
Okay, I'll have who are they still in that position? Tokens on the map?
They're you see them like scurrying around a bit.
Are they?
They look like they're rummaging for truffles.
um, then I'll have who land on a low branch nearby them to see if they pay him any mind.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while
Well,
Yu's doing all
as
this?
most of the travels through the woods have been, it's you letting who's scout, making sure it's safe, and then following forward. So I'm awaiting you's further go ahead.
Got
I
it.
imagine that you like hold when he made contact with these boars.
And I'm thinking of different ways of making boar stew.
All right.
It's wild boar sausage.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
they change their behavior at all when who lands nearby them?
Is who trying to be stealthy about it?
No.
Um. No, no, they seem to be. They didn't seem to notice the owl.
Then who will double back and report that they appear to be behaving as wild pigs would. So onward.
All right, sounds good. No Robert Baratheon deaths today.
And stop. I'm gonna put you here. I need all of you to make initiative rolls.
Ah, rubbish.
Whoa. Okay, that took a second. What the? Whoa. Why? Okay, hold on. Why did my turner like add all of his extra stuff? Roll 20's being
Not on
weird.
our side.
All right, hold on. Okay. 6.5.
What's the magenta line?
It's supposed to be the path through. Zach, did you roll initiative?
I did very poorly, but I rolled it.
Where? Oh, 12.12. There it is. Okay.
I'm going to spend one charge of the Amulet of the Century to add my proficiency bonus.
So that puts it at what?
17.
17. Okay. Got it. All right. Then. Okay. So. Bellarmine. Let's see. All right. Oh, that's part of the problem. It's been a while. I'm out of.
Bah! I I recognize those jerks.
All right,
Sure.
so as you move forward, 10.
The turn order was all cleared out, by the way.
Wait, what? Do you not all?
I just see Paladin and the baddies.
That's all I see too.
What? What?
We were all on there fine, and then you deleted us all.
Okay, this is weird. All right, we're just gonna clear. Remove all turns. Clear list. Clear. Okay.
All right, I'll
Stamp-
re-roll it and then fill it in correctly.
Okay, you had a 17. There we go. Technical difficulties. 12. Okay. Bellarmine had 6.5. And then. Okay. Apologize for the technical difficulties. All okay. Oh god damn it. Okay. All right. So you get. Shot at 3 times. But your AC, yeah, they all miss. And then that is their surprise round, so you all know they're there. And that puts us back at the top of the round. You're up.
So I see 3 shots and 3 Lycelots.
Yeah, you see them. They looked like they come basically dropping out of the trees, shooting their hand crossbows, 2 hand crossbows and 1 short bow.
Bonus action, starry form, action, fairy fire on all 3.
Okay. I really wish it said the next one next to it. Dex. Scout. Fail. Pass. All right. Fairy fired. Concentrating. Will you be moving?
Yes, I need to look at. Yeah, you can go to the. That's my turn. I'm just looking at the range on my starry form. What's the range on my? Okay.
Paladin is gonna. Paladin rather is gonna scramble and point to my crossbow, reminding me that it is materia slotted. I am going to move behind Blessed Bellarmine and fire at this Lycelot. This
Very
one here.
good.
With my crossbow. That's an advantage, correct?
It is because they are fairy fired.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oops. Okay. The 16 will connect.
Solid. So. Pew!
Doing 13. Very nice.
Yep. 4 fire, 1 lightning, and 8 piercing damage.
Very good. You hear a sharp bark coming from the creature as it takes the bolt. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Canadin.
I've been waiting for this. Don't you hurt my friend. And I run up. And
Stab you.
here.
Do you want to roll that again?
Mm,
Jeez.
does a 22 hit there, Mike?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, I think you're good. 14 plus 8. All right, so you run that thing through successfully. Oh wait, no. It takes the higher of the two. You only did 10 damage. You didn't do 20.
10 damage. I didn't do
Alright.
12.
Okay, it is still alive and kicking.
I forget. That was on one attack, right? But I get to roll it twice.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
you toggle.
inexorable?
You can toggle advantage on your sheet when you have advantage, and it'll roll both attacks at the same time, like mine.
So I rolled twice because of inexorable. I think the higher of the damage.
Yes.
You're talking about damage. I thought you were talking about the attack roll.
Oh, right. I forgot that we were at advantage. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, because they're
of the-
fairy fired.
Yeah, the fairy fired. I forgot about that. Okay, that's why I was like, why did I roll it twice? Okay, so then I will do the same again. 17,
The 17 will definitely connect.
11.
That'll do it, man.
Dude, inexorable is so strong.
And I will.
Like we should calculate how much extra damage you've dealt, like cumulatively.
Oh, it would be a large
It
amount.
builds up.
What's my movement
Yeah, man.
speed? Oh, I have 45. Oh, good. So I only use 25. So I have movement left.
Yes.
That'll do it too. 35. So I actually still have movement left. So I will. Hold on a second. There's no advantage on here, right?
So
No, but the
Did
19
we make-
connects.
hang on, did we? Oh, this is just your bonus action. Sorry, never
This
mind.
is my bonus action.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not flurry of
This is
blows.
just his punching.
Yeah. Sorry.
4-9. Very
Just
good.
punch him in the face.
Okay.
Oh, the
The baddies. The one right in front of Kanadin will take one swipe with its sickle at you, its claw, and try to bite you. All of which,
Miss.
all of which miss.
When are these jerks gonna learn not to attack us? Just let us travel.
The smaller one will take a.
Hey, those
swing and a
4
bite.
guys that killed all our friends, you want to try and die again?
like when you go back to a beginning area in like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, right. Why are you attacking me, imp?
I know, right? Let's see. And then. You from above
Woo!
gets. You hear basically like something charging at you, and then this will be at advantage. No, I think that's going to connect either way. Nope, I switched layers. 18, yep, that'll connect, but just in case. 17. All right, so
He actually rolled a 15.
right. Wait. Oh, instead of the 19. Huh. Okay. Fair enough. In that case, all right. So the claws miss, but this at advantage will also miss. So, okay.
Thank you, beverage.
And here, all right.
Don't thank me. It was fate.
Yeah. Oh man, I had plans for that too. Oh well, you missed. Very good. Well done, affecting fate. Oh, and the boars are going to take off into the woods.
There goes my stew.
Bellarmine, you're up.
I'm gonna walk over to this one, and
Hold up.
You can get to there, so yeah, that's as far as you can make it
that's
in one
close
turn.
enough. And then swing with the inexorable bludgeon.
That'll work.
I can't get. Where is that page that has the? I can't
In the
see
upper
it.
right, click on the chat bubble.
There's all those
Scroll to the
tiny
bottom.
there's all those tiny icons on the
There we
top
go,
right of the
there.
window. It's the leftmost tiny icon.
There we go.
There you go. So it's 7 damage. Nice. The Lysicon that's
And
thwacked.
I have a bonus action, right?
You do?
And
He's got
that's
those-
going to be my. Where is it? Where did it go?
He's got those listed out in his character sheet, right?
I have everything on his sheet indicated what kind of action, and then there's one thing that says possible bonus actions.
Yeah, but I'm looking for the one that I've got. That the spiritual weapon, I think, is the bonus action.
Yes. 25.
That'll work. Where's spell elements? There we go.
Where are you putting the mace, Dad? Where are you summoning the weapon?
Putting
Here?
it between the two. As close as between the two
Right there.
creatures as possible. Yep.
Okay. You're attacking the same one or with your
Same one.
Okay, so yeah, the 7 force damage.
Either way, it was a 25 roll, so.
Just want to know where the damage is going. Okay, very good. You have a spiritual weapon floating through the air. You have a meaner looking Lysolot creature on top of you.
Run or fight. Run or fight. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm enraged that this thing got the drop on me in the woods. But I don't melee. But here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Guiding bolt at point blank. All right. The one right next to you, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll connect.
And then, as a follow-up bonus action, that
That's
probably
an
misses.
advantage, yeah?
No, because it's not fairy fire.
No, it's guiding bolt. On
Oh,
the next attack roll
yeah.
you make against the target before the end of your turn has advantage. So show your
Yeah.
story form again.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So okay, we're gonna do
Synergy.
yeah. So you roll the 12 damage first. So we're gonna take that one. So the story form shot hits for 12 damage. So this thing takes two. It takes a guiding bolt and then a starry bolt at point blank. And it is yelping and not happy at you. Will you be moving away from it?
No, I want to give it another attack. I thought about using Ring of the Winding Path or Furbog Magic, but I decided to do damage instead, so
Okay.
that'll be my turn.
Babbage and Paladin.
Paladin's gonna hop up on my shoulder, and I am going to fire another bolt at this fellow.
Very good. At advantage, because he's still...
Yes, sir.
The 18 will connect. For a whopping 7 damage.
But it's fire, lightning, and piercing.
It is fire, lightning, and piercing, yes. It is multiple elements.
And now I am going to... I'm gonna head over here, just so that you is not by yourself.
Thank you.
Canadin.
In with here with you. You're stuck here with me. I start stabbing.
Watchmen's such a great comic. I never did finish that HBO special. Moving on.
The graphic novel.
Is he attacking? There we go. Yeah, the 25 will hit.
Could be a crit.
It could be. Nope, just a 16. 11 damage.
11.
It's still. Oh.
27 hit.
Yeah.
You still roll that at advantage.
Well, he did. The 9 is a. So yeah, now it's dispatched. Yeah, 2 spear hits. Render it. Did it.
The other guy.
The
13.
13 will
Not
not.
as advantage.
Sorry, if you roll a 5, it doesn't work.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
It, not liking that, will try to swing. And I cannot for the life of me hit the monk. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time with that.
Yes, and then
Does it have pack tactics? Is that why it's attacking at advantage?
No, I just have that on. I'm only looking at the first three. So like the 23 would have hit, but I'm looking at the 8, the 15, and the 11. And then
Yeah, a lot of DMs have their monsters just always roll at advantage.
yeah. So the 20 for the claws will connect with you.
Except he rolled a 16.
Okay, no, that 12 damage does not happen. Fate is not on this creature's. This Lysolot doesn't understand why things keep not happening in its favor.
like you don't actually want to hit it.
I haven't even dipped into woe yet.
This is not the furblog you're looking for.
Bellarmine, you are 5 feet from your closest opponent.
I need to move closer to him so I can swing with the.
Yep, that works.
So I can swing with the.
Oh, you just sent it.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I have that toggle. I
Um,
don't have
First, we'll hit him
I
with
have
the
that there.
spiritual weapon first.
Okay. And Jeff, you're concentrating on a fairy fire that's affecting nothing right now. In case you wanted to drop it.
Does that automatically drop concentration?
I mean, technically, he's fairy firing dead bodies.
Oh, because you fairy fire in an area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you wanted to keep fairy firing it also creates 10 feet of light. So, like, the creatures are still emitting light, and I could see an instance where that's still useful. Yeah, the 20 connects for 9 damage. Very good. And I imagine you're swinging with a hammer. The 13, unfortunately, does not connect.
Oh.
As much as 10 damage would have been very nice. Back to you.
Let's see here. Same.
Your audio's spotty, at least to me, Jeff.
Yeah, same.
Body?
Yeah, like you didn't have enough volume for the sensitivity to pick it up.
Ah, how's this?
That's
Better.
So 10 and a plank.
fine.
I'm gonna assume the 23 hits.
Yeah,
Even though
no,
it's at advantage.
that's good. I mean, you can roll the story form again in case you crit. Okay.
Yeah.
So 19 damage. Yeah, it's not liking you, but it's still going strong. I assume you're not moving.
Correct.
Babbage and Paladin.
Paladin is gonna climb up onto Yu's shoulders and wave his hands, making you look even larger in a sort of like Morris the Midget Moose esque fashion.
It's already a gigantic furblog, but sure.
Babbage is going to step forward and just blast a burning hands.
Oof. All right.
at the thing. Oop, you can ignore the 4.
Right.
Forgot to turn that damage modifier off.
Uh,
The deck save DC 15. I'm out of portents.
Is it half damage?
Half damage.
Okay, so 5. Got it. It gets burned for 5 damage. I'm curious what alchemial / tinkery thing you did to make burning hands happen, but just for imagery.
I have a little pipette in my wrist, like a Spider-Man web launcher, filled with lighter fluid, like
Very good.
Job from Arrested Development.
You're just a Mandalorian with a flamethrower on the ship. Like,
The gnome with their 14 gold suit. Come on.
Canadin.
There's not a whole lot left for me to do. Clean
There's
up this mess.
one burly dude still in front of you.
Oh yeah. He's
14 does connect. You managed to poke through the
Wow.
hide for 9. 13 does not connect. You found the line.
There's the line. So then I will flurry of blows.
Okay. Yes. Funk, funk. Okay. So your second
Disappointed.
flurry is unsuccessful. Will you be doing anything else with your turn?
Okay.
That boy thick.
Nope, we're good.
Baddies. Kind of realizing that they're not doing well. Actually, hold on. Do they know that? Let's find out. Okay. Nope. This one's still just gonna try to take out the monk. Eh. Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
That was the wrong one. That's the one that's. I went over to Jeff. Ignore those rolls. The 21 connects.
Hey, all right. Look at that.
Unless it doesn't.
I've only got 2. I'm done for the day.
Yeah, I can
Wait, I
take it.
see that, or my back's turned, isn't it?
You're busy. I think he can handle 3 slashing damage. I think he's fine.
But I wanted
Shrug it
to
off.
do the thing.
The one in
mean-
front of the 2 of you, however, is attempting to leave its space.
No, can't let that happen.
I don't know if what the 2 of you want to do with your reactions, if anything.
Oh, I will shield and net the heck out of his ankles.
You have a quarterstaff that I almost never use, unless you would let me use Thorn Whip.
Thorn Whip, I think it does work. I think it's a melee spell attack. I believe this is something I read about.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, it's a melee spell attack.
It's instantaneous, sure. I mean, it's an action, but I'll allow it.
Get over here.
Is it a dex?
But I think my 21 hits, yeah?
Yeah, your 21 hits.
All right, cool.
Um,
So first I stab him with my shield and net for 12 mixed mode damage,
okay.
and then he's thorn whipped.
What's this? It says spell save, but it doesn't say. Oh no, it's just an attack roll.
Yeah, the cards have spell save on the bottom of them for some reason.
Oh, so he rolled a 16. Got it. Okay. For 6 damage and if the creature's on and you pull the creature up to be closer to you. All right. So it was trying to run away. You thorn whip it for 6. It is still kicking. But I'm going to say that takes out 10 of its movement. And it spends
10 forward, and 10 back. His
runs
range is
10,
30
comes
feet.
back.
Well, yeah, but the reaction is done before the movement takes place. So technically, Thorn whipped him at melee range.
Yeah, so I'll say it takes out 10 feet, and then it spends. So like you held it down, and then it basically You see it just sort of scramble over the edge at the end of its movement. Hold on, I should make that very clear. There. Bellarmine.
Well, I can't see it at all anymore.
Who be able to see it perched up in a tree? Yeah.
Ooh, spiritual weapon with a big
Spiritual
whiff.
weapon does big, yes, doesn't in fact do a big whiff.
This is some kind of cliff in front of us, right?
Yes,
How tall?
10 feet. Wow. Bellarmine manages to roll two
Hey.
ones.
Oof.
Oh, there have to be consequences for this. Hmm.
2 critical misses.
Bellarmine, as you go to swing your hammer, your spiritual weapon goes to swing at the light slot at the same time, and unfortunately, the two of them connect with each other in midair, sending a painful reverberation down your arm, like you've hit with a bat really, really terribly, and you end up dropping your hammer on the ground.
I thought it would just kind of throw a bolt down at the creature. Oh, okay.
That's a nice thought, but no, your weapon has actually it's because the two things connected. It didn't just fall. It launched itself 10 feet away. So it is currently your hammer's sitting over here.
I don't know what over here is.
Ha! What?
Okay.
Oh wait, no,
How
that
do
doesn't
you
make
make-
sense. Sorry.
Yeah, how do the physics
There.
of that make
Sorry,
How do
I
you-
was looking at the long token when I said that.
How do you make that
There.
how do you make that little ping?
If you click and hold the mouse, there you go.
That was me.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, but you
It'll
have
be
to
green.
you have to not be in shape draw. Change your cursor to the actual cursor in the upper left.
There you go.
I click, it never happened. You have to
Yeah,
hold
you're
it.
just making little circles everywhere.
All right. And I have no movement left, right?
No, you
You
have
have
all
a-
your movement.
So I'm gonna go over and pick up my weapon.
All right. That will cause the creature to try to take a swing at you.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You
You
had
had to test it.
you had to say good luck with that.
Three
Well, I've got all
damage
this
manages.
arm-
3
I
damage
got my
manages to
armor
get
on.
through
I
your
got my
armor.
armor on.
It's and your armor a class of 18 is just shy, so he manages to hit you for 3 damage. All right. So you've managed to pick up your hammer and you've done your 2 attacks. With that, you can't see the Lysolot, but your owl is hooing at it.
Something for this. As you say, I'm concentrating on fairy fire on 2 dead corpses, so I might as well use another concentration spell, which is going to be that.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm going to summon a challenge rating 2 giant constrictor snake to prevent it from running away.
Okay. Da, 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 da.
Summon face spirits to take the form of beasts. Do you get to pick the beast?
This is what I would like, but
I'm just curious how the spell works.
Why? Hold on. Da, da, da. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah,
I
the DM
don't-
is able to choose.
oh,
Rolling above a 50. Yeah. Okay. All right. No. How do I?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to the DM, but RAI is that you just choose the broad option.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Where's? Give me a minute. How do I? There we go. All right. Can you see
Might
the
help.
can you see the constrictor snake that's in the form of a not? It's just in the form of a little thing. Yeah. Okay. I don't have time to throw pictures up, so.
And I send Ka after this tracker.
I can't see the fight. Meh.
Okay. So your action is to summon this thing. Okay. Uh,
Roll initiative for the creatures as a group. Has its own turn.
roll a d20 there, Jeff.
Boom!
22. Okay. Um, that puts it. It's actually not what you want because it's right before you in the turn order, but it's your turn. So that puts it at the bottom of the turn order, oddly enough. Okay.
So rolling lower would have achieved.
Would have actually been better in this case. This is where this is an interesting situation where like using your ability to change roles would have actually been really useful.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Which I can do.
Ah, which he can do because he has portent.
Oh, did you want to change that 22 then, or a 20?
Anything
If I,
lower than a 15 would be successful.
yeah, I'm gonna use. I have a 5 as one of my rolls.
So it is a 7. So it well, that's gonna put it.
Ah, that's after the monsters.
Well, hold on. I have to roll a tie thing, right? So
No, you have the tiebreaker enabled in the monsters based on their dex score.
well, I didn't roll initiative for this. Hold on. I gotta give me a second. This is how we'll do this. Point 14. So it does win. Okay. Because you changed it to a 7.
Yeah, so it'd be 7.14. It
So
wins the
it's 7
tiebreaker
point.
by 1 dex score.
There you go. All right. Talk about diving into the mechanics of the game.
that's
Okay.
our brand.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Wait, is it
Yes.
is the oh, it's probably a large creature, isn't it?
Huge.
Oh, it's a huge creature?
Huge beast unaligned.
Oh, good lord. Okay. Well, in that case, it's
Yes, it is huge.
that big.
3x3.
You see a snake suddenly appear over the edge.
Oh, now I can see the fight.
Jeez. Oh lord. All right. Babbage. There's a giant snake that seems to have appeared at the edge of the cliff above you.
I'm gonna flip a coin to see whether I know that you summoned that or not.
I mean, you would have seen him cast a spell, but
Okay,
if you
that's
want to
fair.
just like make an
No,
arcane
I mean
roll.
I have Arcana. Like
Yeah.
you're right. I would have seen that it was a spell. I'm gonna leave Paladin with you, and I'm gonna scramble up the cliffside. So it's 5, 15.
Yep, that works.
And I'm gonna stab this thing with the shield of net again because it's been working great for me.
Oh, that's annoying. That's a 2, so not so much.
Yeah, now it didn't do so good for me. I got overexcited. I got spoiled by Fairy Fire.
Kanadin, you're up.
Okay, so
Turn my advantage back off. I do have more movement. I'll end my turn there.
Very good. 16 does connect. For 9.
9.
Still kicking. Ah, we keep hitting that 13.
Dang.
Your
He
spear.
looks like he's hurting, right?
Yes, he's hurting.
All right, so I'm not gonna even flurry. I'm just gonna punch and miss again.
Oh man.
Boo. The
Breathe
We
in.
got
Storm
modifiers. I
blade.
feel like I'd be doing better.
Do you control these things? One beast. Some creatures are
It obeys.
friendly
It
to
obeys
you.
It obeys verbal commands.
All right, what's your verbal command to this thing, Jeff? You
What would I
giant.
say to this? I want him to constrict to live up to his namesake.
Okay, so you're saying constrict?
Yes.
It can do that.
Where-
Oh,
Wow. Your wish is my command, master.
wait, hold on.
Please.
Give me a moment.
So that'll be 4d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage, and it's grappled with a DC 16 escape.
Every time the Locelot breathes out, taken up.
Sorry, the DM's happy this happened. How do I describe this? Oh, okay, hold on.
What?
Okay. Sorry, ignore the 10. The constrictor snake goes to wrap itself around the lysolate, and it looks like it's going to do a fantastic job of it. But instead, your amulet
True.
glows as if you've activated it. And it turns out that the constrictor snake only does regular damage instead of crit damage.
Would any of us notice that happened?
He would.
He would.
Weird.
But it is successfully constricting the lysolot.
He has a DC.
That's to escape.
Oh, correct.
It's grappled right now because it hit successfully, so it is grappled.
Yeah. And as it's now restrained, it can't move.
And Jeff, I need you to use up 2 of the charges on that amulet if you're tracking them. Well,
Yeah, I'm down to 5.
Say again?
Wait, why
I'm
did
down
it
to
move?
5.
Why did the constrictor snake move?
Because it's constricting the thing. It like wrapped around it.
Constriction has a range of 5 feet. It doesn't need to move to do it.
Oh well,
It's a snake.
he moved into the same space and did it. So I just had him move.
All right.
Attack.
Well, that's annoying. Now it's in the same space.
Let's see. All right, so the Lysolot will attempt to get out of this.
Nope.
And fail. Rolling a 2. So it spends its action trying to get out and does not succeed. Bellarmine, you have your hammer in hand and your spiritual weapon is still next to the thing. Okay. He moves back in to melee.
Yeah. There we go.
The 15 will connect.
Hey!
For 6 force damage.
Clang!
And he swings with a hammer. I assume.
Whoosh.
Unfortunately missing. And it not okay. Wonderful.
Or was that more this?
Yeah, that was more like
Your giant constrictor snake seems to be doing what you think it's doing. It's kind of hard to tell from your angle.
All right, I'm gonna spend 20 feet to climb 10 feet, right?
Yeah. So you'll get to there. Oh,
Would Spearbog
hold on.
with this?
I'm gonna do that just so you can actually see. Oops. What? Why isn't this? Oh, you can see everything. Okay. What are you trying to do?
Who are you talking to?
I'm trying to communicate to it because I'm suddenly confused as to how my magic pet burn charges on my amulet. So I'm going to say to it, "How do you know the magic of the amulet?"
and I would have said, eat the Lysolot.
The constrictor snake hisses at you.
No, no, I'm talking to the Lysolot.
Oh, the Lacelot's not a beast; it's a humanoid.
Oh, can it speak common?
Well, I don't know what they speak, but they're not beasts. I would assume. I mean, they're bipedal, intelligent creatures. That's typically not a beast.
So you're talking to the Lysolot? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
It's it ignores you while it's slowly getting its life squeezed
Please
out
don't
of it.
make me breathe out right now.
I will. You will let you breathe if you answer our questions and do not attack friends anymore.
Here, we're gonna do this just to make things simple.
Hey, quick mechanical question.
Yes.
If you were being constricted
Okay.
and some external force made you exhale, would that have any mechanical effect in game?
Not not by the rules as written. No.
It would in nature.
But yeah, but like I mean, as a DM, you could certainly make a ruling on that.
All right, I'm gonna test that ruling in a moment.
Yeah, no, the Lysolot ignores you, Jeff. Babbage.
So Babbage, having the same thought that Jim just had in real life, is going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter
Oh,
on the Lysolot
jeez.
in an attempt to have it expend all the air in his lungs while being constricted by a massive snake. Because I understand humanoid anatomy.
Go on. Oh man, wisdom save.
Mike, I don't know if that took up my whole turn, but quick ruling. Would I be able to use Wild Shape to turn it into a Lysolot to then speak its tongue?
Again, I don't think Lysolot's a beast.
No, no, you would not.
That's not.
Uh, to Jim's point, it's not a beast. Okay. It needs to make a wisdom save.
Yeah, wisdom save DC 50. Yes.
All right, let's see. The target must
All right,
succeed or fall
I'm now concentrating on it.
saving throw or fall prone, becoming impassive, unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected. No, it's not that dumb.
So it thinks it's just the funniest thing in the world that it's being constricted and is laughing uncontrollably, all the while the giant snake squeezing the air out of its lungs,
Squeezing
which
it.
it also finds hilarious.
Wow.
Never thought I'd die like this. I suspect it looks kind of like the weasels from Roger Rabbit. They're just gonna die laughing.
Wow. Okay. So this is like a holding your breath, but not kind of situation. What happens if you? I think in part of rules is written you just die if you run out of air. Hold on. A creature can hold its breath. When a creature runs out of its breath, it can survive for a number of rounds equal to its Constitution modifier. Okay. That makes sense. All right, so it is. Yeah. Okay. So we're at. It's got its Constitution modifier rounds left until it's
So now
lashed
I'm
to
just
death.
I'm scrambling up one of the little rocks here on this cliff, and I'm just sitting crisscross applesauce,
Watching this happen.
watching this little puppet show, concentrating on the spell.
Meanwhile, Kanadin.
I'm just attacking this guy over here because he's right next to me.
Yeah, that'll work.
Roll that damage.
So after stabbing it, I don't know, 9 times, it getting pummeled a couple times by various hammers, it is finally dispatched.
Wesley finally kills the ROUS. Ah! Ah!
Jackals of unusual size? These are kind of close.
I do like a spin on the spear and flick off all the blood and just begin to charge over. See if I need any help over here.
We got everything under wraps, so to speak.
Yeah.
There's some climbing involved. Was ist das?
Don't mind that, just trying to get a better token for later. Okay.
Later.
You guys need me to dispatch anything? I say.
Oh no, watch this. This is funny. At least he thinks it is.
Um,
Concerted by this.
the giant constrictor snake, having given no other commands, is going to continue constricting. Where did my... There we go.
I would want to question the Lysolot, but apparently I have no means of communicating with it.
Not while it's out of air. Yeah, no, okay.
Oh, so it well, does it reconstrict?
I mean, I guess it
I
could,
guess that's true.
it's just continuously to attack. Yeah, I guess it would
Alright.
be.
Well, hold
well-
on. So on its turn, I can issue a command.
Yeah, you don't need an action to issue commands. It says that in the spell.
Right. Like, I want to try to talk to this Lysolot. So if it's already grappled, I want to, like, can I continue the grapple without doing more damage from the constriction? Or do the two go hand in hand?
It's
no,
it's
you
grappled
Can,
for in perpetuity until it breaks grapple.
yeah, no, you can. It can stay constrained without it being squeezed more, if that's what you're asking.
And I don't want to do any more damage to it.
Okay. How would you? What command are you giving the snake?
Hold in place, no more harm.
Okay. Hold in place, no more harm.
It's not a genie, Mike. It's not.
I mean, I'm trying to.
trying to-
When you have a creature with intelligence of 1, how do you interpret that?
That's fair.
That's the question.
It's
Yeah,
a
I'm
magical
not.
creature that can understand its verbal commands.
Yeah, fair. All right, so it doesn't actually constrict it; it just holds it in place. The Lysolot, laughing uncontrollably, still.
At the end of each of its turns, it can attempt to.
Make a wisdom. I
Save
can
again.
try to save from the laughing.
Also, if it takes damage, it can save at advantage.
Well, it hasn't taken damage, so.
Yeah. I
Um.
was just saying also.
No. Okay. It will attempt to get out. I'm assuming at disadvantage. Does Tasha's hideous laughter? Hold on.
Oh, you're talking about the grapple call?
No. Yeah.
Well, it's incapacitated, so whatever the condition for incapacitated is.
Oh. So no, I don't think it has any actions then.
Cannot take actions or reactions.
Okay. So yeah, it's just. It's the cackling
Well-
laughter is becoming just like
Yeah.
bare like
It's just like-
there's yeah, it's out of air. Bellarmine.
This may be the most cruel and unusual method of death I've ever bestowed upon an NPC in Dungeons and Dragons.
It's
Whoa.
awful.
Okay. So Bellarmine dashes.
Can you imagine he's conscious and aware of it the whole time?
But he thinks it's hilarious. He's not
But
in
he thinks it's
pain or
hilarious.
fear. Or he's not scared of it.
How close can I get?
Well, if you dash, you can get pretty much there. You
Yeah, 'cause
scramble
that's-
up to the wall.
But I can't swing the warhammer because I got somebody in between me, right?
That is true. Yes. Well,
So-
no, you could technically get. Hold on.
Can I go to here?
Everything's under control, Robert.
Hey, he's doing what he wants to do.
I'm saying what I want to say. Don't tell me
Fair,
what I can't
fair.
say.
No, that's fair.
When I see my friend show up, I say,
I mean,
"Don't
there's a
kill."
huge-
Oh no,
huge-
you can't. By the time it takes you all of your action and movement to get there.
Huge cleric and plate scrambling up a cliff wall. I'd have enough time to say, we got this under control.
How far can I go?
You can
Or
get
chain
to
down.
next to him. You just can't attack him.
But how can I get to a place where I can attack him? And
You
30
can't.
feet?
Because there's a cliff that you can't see over, and you need to you'd have to use your attack action to dash in order to get enough distance to
If
see
I
it.
stayed here and moved the spiritual weapon over,
That can only move 20 feet.
Yeah, the spiritual weapon's kind of slow.
you know. Wait a minute. How? I've got a banishment spell. Let's see. I don't know if I want to do that.
I imagine that needs line of sight.
And we have things under control here.
As soon as I see the monk, as soon as I see,
No sense
Standard,
wasting
I say.
spell slots.
I will speak with this creature.
It's
Do
a
not
creature
kill
you
him.
can see within 60 feet.
Okay, so yeah, he can't. You can see the giant snake, but you can't see the Lysolite that it's constricting.
Yeah. So that means I can't shoot the crossbow either.
Correct.
There's not much I can do.
Unfortunately, no.
So let me move as close as I can, make it a movement.
Okay. You can get all the way up to here. It's just a matter of, unfortunately, it takes you're sprinting, and so that takes up your ability
Yeah.
to actually swing your
Yeah.
hammer.
But there's nothing else I can do anyway, so.
And we'll assume you move the spiritual weapon 20 feet closer. Okay. You?
On my turn, I say to my friends, "Hold! Do not attack this creature. We must find out its purpose."
Yeah, if you attack him, he'll stop laughing. Wait, I misunderstood why you were saying that.
And then I will attempt to speak with the Lysolot in common and say, "Why did you attack us here?"
It is currently out of breath and laughing. And what little air it has left, it is still uncontrollably laughing.
I don't have a way. Even if he could speak, if he doesn't speak common, there's nothing. Speak giant or elvish. I don't even think I have enough time in combat to say the same thing 3 different times.
No, not really. But it is out of air.
Do I know that it's laughing because of Babbage? Like, did I see him cast the spell?
I mean, he was behind you, so probably not. Oops.
Okay, so I'll say when you
Verbal, somatic, and material component. So I would have said.
I mean, you would have heard him say something, and I mean, you know enough about magic, and you've worked with Babbage enough. You could probably figure out that he's the reason it's laughing.
I am
So,
also
okay.
perched and staring at it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
rather
so-
amused by this.
So I say to my monk and cleric friend, "Do not attack this creature," and then I say to Babbage for the rest of my turn, "Stop the laughter so we can question."
Aw. I guess that makes sense. I'll drop concentration.
So on your turn, Babbage.
He's still constricted,
Yes.
so I don't know that he can breathe in, but he's no longer laughing. But I'll drop concentration, and then I will say, if you want to breathe, nod your head that you'll listen and speak with us.
It like
All right.
Canadian.
I am just standing by, confused and watching this play out as they simultaneously, I suppose, as far as I could tell, tickle this thing and also try to squeeze it to death. Stand by.
You can tell your snake to let him breathe.
He's grappled, but he's not constricting anymore, correct?
I mean, we're
He's the grappled effect is a result of the constriction action.
I mean, you told him not to hurt him anymore, but to keep him there, so he's keeping him there. So I'm gonna say the creature's getting a small amount of breath in now that it's not laughing uncontrollably.
Okay. But
An arrow
You know,
from yonder this way
I tried to be nice.
comes flying across the space,
Kill the
hits,
Lysolot so he doesn't speak.
hits the Lysolot.
wait,
Mhm.
wait.
Important. It's a 5.
It's actually a 2.
Ooh, even worse.
Not to mention, with everyone in the way there'd be some
They
kind
just shot
of.
another arrow instead.
But there has to be some kind of disadvantage or something like that. Or penalty, because there's
It's
several people in the way of the arc. And the
It's-
snake is completely wrapped around it.
and Tasha's knocks it prone, and prone is disadvantage.
No.
Yes, that,
I understand that's the mechanic of the spell, but you had this thing restricted by a snake. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but no. Do you have another portent? Because he fired another arrow.
Actually, I do.
Okay.
Also, after the first arrow flew in and missed, and we're trying to question a guy, I think I'd put 2 and 2 together as Jim did, and give the man some cover.
It's not your turn. What's your other portent
Fair.
roll, Jeff?
I need to see the range on.
Oh, that's a good point. Can you portent something that's a distance? I don't remember how to. No, I can look that up too. That's a good question.
Don't think it mentioned anything about that.
Yeah, it doesn't mention any range.
Where are my?
Oh yeah, no. Any attack roll made by the wielder or a creature that he can see.
Okay, so the first arrow actually does connect.
Yeah.
It was a nice thought, though. That would have, that would have been good. I appreciate
I'm
the
just
thinking.
mechanically, I'm trying to see how that arrow gets in there with. Well, I guess Babbage isn't that tall. But wait, isn't Bellarmine? No.
I mean, it's a line of sight thing, right? I mean, that's just the
An
mechanics
arrow's
of the
gonna
game.
arc.
Yeah. And
There's no chance that it would hit the snake, which is still wrapped around it.
I mean, mechanically, I mean, I guess I could
'Cause
give
then
it
it-
+2 for like half cover, but even then, it still hits.
Just let the man tell his narrative.
No, I liked the thought. I mean, you just try to take. Well, okay, so since the arrow fired, to be completely fair, that guy's sitting over there now. But he spends the rest of his movement. Although, really, hold on. Since you're all on top of a cliff, this isn't hidden anymore. But he was hiding, so now he's spending his movement, scurrying off.
So you fired 2 arrows and ran off.
Yes.
Did the Lysolot that's constricted even die? We don't
Oh
even
no!
know.
No, it had 1 hit point left. It said.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't. Yes, I suppose I should have made that point very clear. No, he killed it.
Well, fine.
Bellarmine.
Wait, what?
There's nothing else to do except Stop moving.
I
forward.
guess technically there's a monster.
Wait a
over
second. Who would have seen that thing up there?
Here.
And that token
Oh,
should have been there the whole
Mike,
time.
you're
It
in
was-
trouble.
No, it was hiding in the trees. I appreciate the thought, but I mean, it would have. It would have seen it.
But doesn't he get some kind of passive perception or something? Like that's his whole thing. He's
I've
not
been
in
rolling.
combat.
If I went back up and
Ah.
showed you the chat window, like I had him doing visions versus stealth checks earlier to see if he would have spotted it long before you got ambushed, and unfortunately he
Alright,
did
that's
not. If I showed you the chat window and like you can go back and watch the video, but
I
unfortunately,
believe you. I believe
Yeah.
you. I believe you.
so I know I appreciate the thought. I'm just all right. So everybody gets one more round. I don't know if any of you have anything you want to try to do for this thing at the range you're at. So I want to. I mean, I'm giving you all a chance. I don't know if you have anything.
Can
mechanically
we
to-
can we
Okay.
can we stabilize him?
Oh, the life slot he just shot.
Yeah. He's got 3 death saves, right?
You want to make my life that much more complicated? Keep track of all the death saves.
How about,
I'm-
how about
Oh,
mass healing
actually,
word? How about
hold on.
animate dead?
Yeah,
Like
the
as
cleric
soon
can
as
literally
that,
raise him back to life.
Oh, nope. Okay, it did actually take 2 arrows to kill him. Go figure. But okay, no, I fired both arrows just for the purpose of the story. It actually survived the first arrow, but then got killed by the second. So okay, I'm sorry. All right, so Bellarmine, you're gonna heal this thing. Is that the plan?
well, hold on. Would the first arrow have revealed its position such that I could see it and use a portent on the second arrow?
Outside of 30 feet.
Is it 30 feet on the portent? Cosmic Omen is, but portent doesn't say anything about 30 feet.
Oh no, you're right. Or wait, no, you guys said it was with somebody you can see.
Yeah, we would have
Right.
triangulating with who?
I mean, you can't see through whose eyes the whole time. No, I'm not gonna say with the distance that's coming from and the fact that he was hidden before that like between the 2 arrows you would have been able to figure out the exact point to look at him. But I appreciate the thought. But I mean, I also can't stop you two from just healing the thing.
Doesn't the monk have a deflect arrows ability?
When
do,
they're
but it
shot
would have
at
to hit
him,
me.
yes,
Oh,
yeah.
even if he's
Mass-
right in front of him.
Mass healing word should heal all of us, including it, right?
You can choose the targets, so yeah, if you wanted mass healing word, everybody. I mean,
I can heal up to 6.
Mm-hmm.
that is an option. All right, so for that sake, is anything gonna try to go after this thing on the top right? Let's just say that.
Well, I have a. If we can't save this creature immediately, then I'm going to use Ring of the Winding Path to teleport 30 feet with a bonus action, and then double action.
All right, so because of that, it's Bellarmine's turn. So Bellarmine, what are you doing on your turn?
I'm doing mass healing word,
That includes the Lysolot.
correct?
Okay.
And includes me too.
Got it. All right, so everybody that took damage, which I think is only 2 of you.
Took 3 damage, so I'm good. Ah, hey, Robert.
Now this,
um,
and that creature should be back in action.
It has 8 hit points.
And at the same time, I position my shield between the where the shot came from, the creature, and on the other side of me.
Okay.
And Mike, I'm going to send Who after the thing, and I'm still going to go out to see if I can.
You're gonna chase after it. Okay.
So, bonus action. Oh, wait. Is it my turn yet?
Sorry. Bellarmine, are you doing anything else?
Nothing else to do at the moment.
All right, you.
So that's the ring.
Okay.
Gonna mark.
The
And then,
the Furblog.
since I'm within 100 feet of Who,
Teleports.
I'm letting. Does Who see the thing?
Yes. Over the trees, but yes. Who's got 60 feet of movement? So yeah, and then
And he's up on the cliff, right?
yeah. So you don't have eyesight, but who does?
So I'm gonna have Who guide me like a Furbog homing missile I should have 60 feet, but that means I only have 50 feet, right? Because I have to take away 10 feet to climb.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a moment. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. Um. Okay. Paladin.
Paladin is gonna mimic my physical actions as I hop, because I'm right after him. As I hop off of my rock, walk over to the now conscious Lysolot because of math failing word. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that is correct.
I'm gonna say, listen, we saved your life. Your friend wanted to kill you, so you owe us. And like the paladin is mimicking my waving hand motion.
Pointing at it and making him like, yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us first what you're doing this far into the Green Island, whatever it's called, and second, what what do you know about the lands to the north across the chasm?
Kindred, your turn.
Just gonna look menacing. I mean, I really, those guys ran off after the.
The Furblog has teleported away, and you notice
Would
that
I?
he's taken off.
Would I have seen this guy up here?
I mean, you all saw the arrow fly far across. Yeah.
All right, then. You know what? As he teleports, I'm gonna just go whoop. Use my action to dash,
Hold
and I
on.
even have
Well,
movement left.
there's some climbing speed you have to take into account.
Oh, I forgot there was hills.
So you have what,
Rebel.
45 movement, right?
45, yes. If I dash, I get 90.
Okay, so you got 90, so you basically have 70, so you get to there. I don't know if you can see my arrow, and it's always like...
So, yeah,
Yeah, you make it to here. Okay.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
yeah.
He should realize that he's not getting away after that kind of gap close.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea. And then, you know what? Just, no, I can't do that. Yeah. So I just yell after him, I'm coming for you. You're not getting away.
All right. The Gyre Constrictor Snake continues to hold. How long is that spell? Is that a minute? How long does Summon Beasts last for?
I think it's concentration 1 minute.
It's conjure
1 hour.
animal.
Oh,
so this
even
thing's
longer.
gonna exist for a while. Okay. The Lysolot will be okay. So this one takes off the map. Give me a minute. Where's... Okay. Okay. I'll get back, but you can still, but you're, who is tracking him? And this Lysolot looks at you, Babbage, and sort of barks, but in a somewhat intelligible way, in a very gruff voice, just, get Snake off me, and then we'll talk. Yeah? I don't want to be squeezed again. Laughing hurts.
If you don't issue any commands to them, they defend themselves from hostile creatures but otherwise take no actions, so it shouldn't be doing anything.
Well, I mean, I guess he had a standard sitting action. Bellarmine, are you doing anything else?
Should I? I'm going to ask the guy. Should I cast a Shield of Faith on this creature to keep him from getting shot by any more of these other Ocelots?
Okay.
No, he asked us that.
Oh, he's
um,
asking. He's not doing it.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's necessary, Robert, but we could certainly just shield him with ourselves and your big shield.
Oh, we're doing that. We're doing that now.
Yeah. Let's help them. Let's help him out from under this giant snake.
Oh, I'm trying to think of if I know any of these languages that might be useful.
He's speaking
That-
common.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
did just speak common.
Hmm. All right. So we ask it if it knows anything about the northern islands and whether or not they can be traversed.
Okay. Hold that thought. I assume you're still in chase. Yes,
I
Jeff?
got tricks. Yes. Can I see
Okay.
it? Is it right there?
Stand by.
Time for another map. Gonna split the party up.
It takes you about 15 feet of movement to get here.
That's how far away it is.
Yeah.
So there.
Oh, wait. I'm
You ready?
sorry. I didn't realize there's multiple versions of you on the map. You are not at the bottom. You're at the left.
Oh,
Sorry. I didn't realize I was using old. No, I wasn't there. All those people are gone. It's just the there. That's all you really see, and you're at the top. And you used up 15 feet of movement already, just to get onto
oh,
this map.
no problem.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Plant. Oh, for the love of God. The spell channels vitality into plants in a specific area. There are two possible uses. If you cast using one action, choose a point within range. All normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on that point become thick overgrown. So I mean, it has a range of 150 feet, and it has an 100-foot radius on top of that. Oh, Lordy. Okay. All right. So I assume that's the one you're doing. So like you're basically doing it like directly underneath this thing, yeah.
Directly underneath, and I'm going to. Um, I'm going to omit an arc that's just wide enough for it to backtrack directly back towards me. So basically, there's like a one square path from me to it that's not overgrown, and everything else is. So if he tries to flee, he's basically getting nowhere. And I got another trick for that.
I don't
But
think you have
I
that
will
kind
be
of
able to.
control over the spell.
Sure, you do. You can exclude one or more areas of any size within the spell's area from being affected.
Oh, you're right. I did not read that part. Okay, very good. Okay then. It now has.
So if he's gonna not go through the almost impossible to move area, he has to come directly back towards me.
Okay, so that's clean, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I would make it in a straight line from it to me, so I don't.
Close enough. Jeez. Okay. um. There are two pasta. All normal plants on Herbert radius center on that plant group come thick and overgrown. A creature moving through this area must spend 4 feet for every 1 foot. Okay, got it. All right. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my bonus action.
It takes 9 points of starry form. Yeah. Okay. All right. Babbage, you gonna say anything else to this captured creature?
So did we free him from the snake?
Let's say I'm going off of the fact that this last command was to hold him, so no.
This is not table talk munchkin, because I'm actually going to do something else next. I'm going to cast another concentration spell that's going to... So the snake's going to disappear, but not on this turn, on my next turn.
That's exactly table talk munchkin, actually.
Oh.
That's the definition of what you just said it wasn't.
All right, so what are you doing,
But that's
Babbage?
fine. Not knowing any of that. I mean, is he still trying to break grapple at the end of his turns?
No. No, he's not. He's not resisting. He's just sort of like the snake's got him held. He can breathe. He's just sort of like.
Well, he asked me to free him from the snake. I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna look at Robert to help me try and free him from the snake.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Just raw strength.
Yeah. Or no, athletics. Yeah, no, the snake just kind of looks at you. Your tiny hands and like little paladin's like trying to help.
Yeah.
Ends up like tilted over and it's got its legs
I'm,
just kind of like swinging.
I'm trying to get you out. We might have to wait until our furry friend returns, but feel free to answer my question while we're waiting.
Candidate, I assume you're
I could always just murder you, so remember that that's a thing.
Candidate, I assume you're running.
So where is the plant growing?
All right, so I mean, this is a little weird because I had to go between
You-
maps. Hold on.
Yeah.
You can see all this, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, imagine you're like 20 feet off to the left, but basically, and you're like, dang it.
Yeah, right off
Toward
screen to the left
like
there.
here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now I
So
understand.
this large circle before you is basically like the trees in front of you have doubled in size, and like all of the grass that was just like you were able to run through no problem has grown like. I mean, you basically watched it happen. Like
Rebels
as
or
you're
something.
chasing behind
Yeah.
you, like all of it, like he stopped, cast something, and except for this like line in front of you, like all of the grass just like basically grew up almost like. I mean, I imagine
It's
it's
like the
basically.
briars in Sleeping Beauty.
I'm thinking
Yep.
the scene from My Neighbor Totoro, where like they're like putting their hands up and all the plants just start shooting out of the ground. So you can see the Lysolot down this like natural hallway, but everything else is just this overgrown mess.
Okay. So then what I'll do is I will walk up to here.
Okay.
How far will that bring me? Just so I can plan for
You've
movement.
got that's about 30 feet of movement that's taken you to this point.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think. Let's see. Well, hold on. How far were you? This is going back and forth. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so about 30 feet of movement got you to there.
Oh. So I can get to there.
Yes.
Somewhere over here. Let me just double measure that.
Okay. I'm sprinting down this hallway of plant growth.
Wait, whoa, wait, where did my... Oh, that's so strange. I just lost my measuring tape.
Is it?
It's like not even exists as a button. Just refresh.
Oh, if
There.
you, I don't know what makes it go away. It's like a thin little strip below the magnifying glass.
Oh. Oh, weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
I was go 10 more, so probably about here. Right? We're looking at about here.
Yeah, that works.
Yep. Okay, perfect.
So you are sprinting. You are running this thing down. Okay.
Get away from me.
All right. The snake continues to do its thing. The Lysolot still kind of waiting, like basically just catching its breath still after the hideous laughter. Um, the other one on the other map, seeing its options cut off, charges at the monk.
Smile.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Uh,
Yeah, no. Okay. All right. Well, no. Jeff had plans. Bellarmine, are you doing anything specific?
No, it's just watching and waiting. I don't think there's anything I can do at this point. I don't know what
I
the other.
mean,
you help me
you're,
get this snake off the guy.
yeah, you can try to move the snake off of him.
All right, well, I'll try to move the snake off.
If you can roll an athletics check for me. That'll do it. You managed to pry the snake just enough, and it's kind of looking at you menacingly. I mean, this thing is gigantic, mind you. Sort of hissing at you, but you managed to move it enough that the Lysolot's able to scurry out. So you successfully got it free. And it kind of sits, and it's like, kind of looks at you both, concerned. It's looking very skittish.
If we wanted to kill you, we would have just left the snake to do its job. All right. So we also would have just let your friend's arrows kill you. So we obviously don't want you dead. Trying to chit chat here, so you can let the fur on the back of your neck settle down there, friend.
And if you try to run, I'll just throw you in a banishment spell for a while.
It is very concerned. Um, you.
I will also move 30 feet.
He's disappeared off the screen. I used to be able to see him.
And then
Yeah, they're on a different map. He split the party here, Dad.
Yeah, but I still see the other Lysolot up in the corner.
But it's not really there.
Oh.
No,
Wait, what? Why can't I? Oh, I accidentally put him on the map layer. There.
I'm gonna take 5.
Very good.
I'll allow it.
All right. So what are you doing there, Jeff? Casting entangle,
snake is gone.
and the snake disappears. Yes. Strength.
Nope, he rolled a 5.
Through what? Is that through portent?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if portent works on non-attack rolls.
Where is my?
Yeah, portent is for attack rolls only, Jeff. I know.
Where are my tattoos? No.
I'm going to use one charge of woe to roll a d6 to subtract his roll.
It's under magic items, under for everyone, under tattoos.
Aha.
But-
Okay.
Portent is not a tattoo. Portent is an enchantment,
Oh.
which is all in one handout.
No, he's not entangled. All right. Well, it was a nice try.
Yes.
I'm gonna blink an arrow at him as soon as I keep track of all my. So
Yes.
Portent I would still have, but the charge of woe goes down by one, even though it failed.
Okay.
And that.
The 11 misses.
That's all I can do.
Got it. Okay. All right. So the entangle. Let's see. Grasping weeds. For the duration, these plants turn the ground area into difficult terrain. Okay, so that's also difficult terrain. So much difficult terrain.
This terrain is so hard.
Okay. So, Babbage, what are you doing, if anything?
Well, the snake disappears in front of me,
Yes.
and I'm continuing my conversation with the Lysolot. So, well, why are you ambushing us? What's your beef with us? Why are you so far into the Ironwood Island,
Ah.
away from the Rushlands?
Simply here for food, not a lot of creatures like that boar that you saw over in the Rushlands. Lots of desert. We often scout for food.
Scouting for food doesn't explain why you tried to kill us. Are you gonna eat us?
Hold that question. Canadin.
Sure.
We're doing
He is not entangled, correct?
He is not.
Okay, so then I will use however much movement it takes me. Is it 4 feet for everyone?
Yes.
So I guess I can go like this, right? So it'll be 40. Oh, geez, I can't even get there.
You can move diagonal.
Yeah, but I can't even get here because that would be 40 feet of movement. Oh, wait, I have 45. I'm thinking
Yeah.
35. Oh, good. So that I am good. And then I will non-lethally attack him.
Wait.
I can do so.
For every 1 foot of movement. Hold on.
4 to 1, right? So I can move.
5 is 20.
Right. So 10 is 40.
10 is
Yeah,
40.
Yeah.
40.
Okay. All
40.
right. All right.
He
So
has
you got
45.
behind him. Okay.
And then I will non-lethally attack him, kind of like to drive him away. So
Okay.
I still have. Yes, you know what? I will do this. I have an idea. I'm going to non-lethally attack him. Can I do that with a spear? Is that even possible?
Yes,
Yeah,
you can.
you can always choose to have non-lethal damage. Even with spells, anything, you can choose non-lethal.
Ready?
You just have to declare it ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
I declare it.
Your lack of lethalness makes it ineffective.
You're not used to
Less
pulling your
non-lethal.
buttons.
There we go. The 21 will hit though. For 11.
11,
Okay.
and then I will flurry blow.
13's a no. 23's
There
a
we
yes.
go. Make it. Okay, so now, all right, 11.
Yep.
Now I will use the Duca. I could use a
Uh-oh,
key
Brad
point
turned off his
to.
camera. It's messing up the frames.
Oh, is that what's happening? Bugger.
There we go.
That's
I'm going to burn the key point, and he must make a strength saving throw. or get pushed 15 feet away from me. Basically, I'm just pushing him back towards
Rally passed.
here. Which you passed that? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm mad because he made me burn an extra key point.
I can't use my reaction to affect that, right?
Reaction? How so? Oh, whenever a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is about to make an attack roll, you can use a reaction on a d6 to subtract the number. I mean, it's... Oh, a saving throw. Yeah, you can roll a d6 on that.
Yeah, Wheel and Woe is beyond portent.
6. Okay. What's the DC on that? Doesn't show. Hold on.
Open hand technique,
The
saving throw.
strength save DC. DC
Which is
15. DC 15.
yeah.
So yeah,
19
he
minus
turns
6
it
is
into a
13.
13. All right, so he gets knocked 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. There you go.
Still mad.
Nicely done there, Jeff.
Thank you.
With our powers combined.
Yeah, right. Giving you all a lot of powers. All right, so the Lysolot will hold on. 5, 10, 15. So literally does this. Ah. 5, 10, 30. It lines up and charges it. The Furblog. How is your AC 18? Good lord. Alright. Well, that didn't work. That did, though.
No. He rolled a 5.
I love it.
Yeah. Alright. No, nothing happened there. He swings and misses. Okay. Bellarmine's having a conversation. Alright, you're up. Oh, nothing really. Here. I will put everybody on this just so you can all see what's happening.
Uh-oh. Must have missed something.
What are you doing?
I don't even know where I'm at.
Reading over my meta
You're
magic.
not on this map. I'm just bringing you to see what's happening.
I can't.
What's the white rectangle?
So Jeff created a gigantic ring of plants, which I realize now has moved. Give me a second. He was here. I need to hold on a minute. Freehand. Green. Okay.
Am I good to go?
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt, non-lethal.
Okay. 10 will connect.
And then also non-lethal, but at advantage.
The 15 will connect, so 21. Okay. Babbage is still having a conversation. Oh, I guess I never did answer the Lysolot's previous question. Or did I? No, you asked about...
No.
You'd asked why they were... Oh, no, you said, that doesn't explain why you're hunting us.
Yeah, were you gonna eat us?
No.
Was the last thing I said.
His answer didn't explain why they ambushed us if they were just out here hunting boar.
Oh. Well, well, no, I'm not going to use. What is he going to say in 6 seconds? We try to eat and hunt anything that comes out of the town, so yeah, kind of maybe. You do look rather scrumptious.
I think you're getting a little too familiar with our conversation. Remember that I could kill you with a thought.
Canadin.
I will, in no particular hurry, approach him from the rear side, chasing him down towards you.
What's the white rectangle?
So there's a giant, all of the plant life in this giant green circle got basically Jeff cast a spell that caused it all to grow up so that it's massive and blocking any ability to move, except for this white rectangle. It's basically like a hallway of free movement through this very giant piece of growth.
It's the start of an Eagle Scout project.
All right, so Canadin, what are you doing?
So, all right. If I were to like try to tie him up or something, would I have to incapacitate him first, or can I attempt to
I will
rope
let
him?
you determine with your imagination how successful you think you're going to be trying to tie something up that's got claws, fangs, and a sword, and it's wielding them as aggressively as it can.
I shrug and attack non-lethally.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to. I don't want to get anywhere near these claws. So, meh. Slap.
Thwapped. For 8.
8. Slap.
Yep.
14. Non-lethal.
For
11.
Yep.
And then thwack. Punch.
Yep.
10.
You knock him unconscious.
There we go. I crack my knuckles. Exactly. He is trussed up. What does he even look like? This guy. This is an ugly son of a gun. All right, so I remove his weapons and anything that I believe is sharp enough to cut the rope if I wrap him up in it, and I truss him up. All right, you help me carry him back.
I assume we're out of combat at this point.
That was my
Yes, we can be out of combat at this point.
Okay. Then I will help him.
Then move everybody back. Okay. They're dead, and they're really, really dead. The snake's gone.
and these two into contact with each other.
So what? I guess you're all bringing everybody into the middle, or you're dragging this
Yes.
tied up
Yeah,
last.
we want-
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why I would be moving him at all.
Okay.
I'm just having a conversation.
All right. So the Lysolot at this point, I'm just like, look, we hunt you for food and for sport. You seem
Well,
like,
I hope you're having a grand old time. What can you tell us about the lands to the north across the chasm?
wouldn't know. It's cold.
Is there any way to
We don't go there.
any way to get over there?
Not that we have found successfully. No one tries to cross the bridge to the north because it's too dangerous even for us up there.
There's a bridge to the north?
North of the Rushlands.
I'm talking about north of here.
Oh no. No, there's nothing. No one. It's a big chasm. Like not gonna do that. Not worth hunting.
What do you know about the bandits and the Red Lady?
Red lady. The bandits sometimes talk chieftain. Otherwise, no red lady. We trade for some supplies so that they have safe passage through the woods, the Rushland woods, but beyond that, don't get along.
How do we get safe passage through the Rushland Woods?
You offer something to chieftain,
Any
perhaps he lets
suggestions?
you go by.
What kind of something?
Chieftain like magic items. He like big sparkly things that make him strong. You have something to give him that would make him stronger.
How do we get you to stop attacking the folks that live in harm's way? Obviously, there's boar and other animals you could sustain yourselves with. You don't need to be hunting a kind, civilized folk.
They pose a challenge. We like proving ourselves. For us, proving
You want
ourselves
a
in combat.
challenge? You want to? All right, now I'm gonna try to persuade.
Okay.
If you and your clan want a real challenge, and you really want to prove your prowess and abilities, you should get the band of your mightiest warriors and accompany us as we try to cross the chasms of the abyss to the north and fend off griffins. There's a challenge.
Okay, you're attempting to persuade.
Mm-hmm.
In this time, we would have continued moving towards the clearing, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're all here at this point. Um,
Do I hear him say that?
with the amount of time it would have taken you to tie him up and drag him to this point, no, you didn't hear this part of the conversation. I'll say, as of now, you're within earshot. But just before that, it would have been too hard to hear over the hill.
So I was going to use the owl to deliver a guidance bonus to your persuasion check.
So the Lysolot kind of looks at you suspiciously and like you don't know what's up there.
Certainly nothing that the strongest and mightiest of your warriors. If you're trying to hunt intelligent, defended adventurers, seasoned warriors like us for sport, if you want a real challenge, you should head north with us.
Considering, and he kind of looks over at his dead companions on the ground down the cliffside he's on. He's like, I think you're challenge enough.
So imagine if your mightiest and us teamed together, what we could do together.
He doesn't look convinced.
There's not a big game on the entire floating world that we wouldn't be able to take down.
You haven't. Again, he's like, you haven't seen what's up there. And you also have to survive the cold.
Either you're impressed by me or you're not. You seem to be conflicting your own story.
I mean, he seems mildly intimidated. He's not persuaded, if that's what you're asking.
I know. I'm still trying. I'm beating a dead horse because I don't know that I failed.
Fair. Bellarmine, what are you doing through all this?
Just eyeing both of them and not really trusting that he's not going to run off.
Okay.
Ready to whack him with a warhammer.
So at that, though, he kind of looks at you, Bellarmine, and then back to the gnome. I can deliver a message to our chieftain saying that you would like to lead an expedition into the north. That could work. Maybe a symbol of appreciation, and maybe that can provide favor. I can set up an audience.
Well, we saved your... Oh, that's a good question. How come he was going to kill you to keep you from speaking to us?
Death via laughter would have been an extremely dishonorable way to die. It was
Oh, it was a mercy killing. I see.
yes.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Did not appreciate laughing to death.
At the time, he thought it was pretty funny.
He bars his teeth at you.
All right, I mean, fair. In our defense, you ambushed us. That's you brought it upon yourself.
Such as
And it's not-
such as
and
combat
it's
and
not
hunting.
the
You, Canadian, what are you two up to?
So I'm just dragging the guy across and making sure that we were kind of this point.
I assume Canadan's going to stand. Well, I'll say to Canadan, guard him, and then I'm going to clamber up.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to clamber up the cliff to talk to the guy that.
Yeah, I was basically like dragging him by the strings there. I was gonna be like, "Hey guys, look what we dragged in," But then at that point, yeah, oh thank God, well you go get them. That's fine. That's perfect.
It's fine. I think it's just a bit of a miscommunication. I thought he was killing his friend because he had important information and he didn't want to divulge to us. Turns out it was just a mercy killing because he was about to laugh himself to death, which, in hindsight, is probably a rough way to go. But our friend here is quite amicable once you have a chit chat with him. Beat him within an inch of his life and bring him back from the brink of death, and they're quite conversationalists.
Again, I'll gladly go send an audience.
See? Diplomacy!
With my chieftain, it said you were merciful and can provide us with. Will happily provide you with a meeting. I could send them descriptions of you so that they know to let you through the rushlands, perhaps.
These are all great things. I think we're making some meaningful progress here.
And you will chime in and say, "You, the Snake Master, approves of your action."
What was that, Bellarmine?
And how do we know that we can trust what he's saying?
You can roll an insight check.
I'm going to do
I'm
the same
looking
thing.
for it. I'm looking for it.
I'm going to also give Beller.
You trust him completely.
So, okay.
I'm going to roll 1 too.
Well, you can roll a d4 if you're trying to. No, guidance him. Wait, no, he's the one that does. Wait,
It would-
he does guidance.
It wouldn't matter, right?
Well, there's no crit fails on skill checks.
No, there isn't.
Okay. Well, all right. So, and then I myself will. I'm good at insight.
So, both of you think he's trying to say anything he possibly can to just get out of the situation. You don't know if he's telling the truth or not. You just know that he's just trying to. He wants to live.
That's what he wants. I'll say to him, your words do not match the intention that this Snake Master. I don't know what I'm trying to say. How do I? I don't.
This is good. I like that. These are the best moments in the game.
I'm trying to pack a suitcase while also role playing and not looking at the screen. We will parlay with your chief. And you bring some of your best warriors. We will bring ours, and we can meet with him.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to pursue. That's you show us mercy. You let me and my compatriot there. We go back to the chieftain and speak for you, saying yes, they are honorable warriors, and we'll happily let you meet with them.
And don't forget formidable warriors.
Yes, very. Yes, you've demonstrated that quite handedly.
Well,
You seem to have respect for strength.
Take your unconscious buddy and let your chieftain know that we spared your lives in the hopes of garnering a diplomatic bridge between our two great peoples on this wonderful nation.
What he said.
He grins and like with his really big sharp toothy wolf-like grin and nods like, yep, would happily do that.
Yep. Anything you say, just so I can get out of here.
Yeah, I get that. Gentlemen, let's not forget our ultimate goal is not to chase after Lycelots, but we're heading north, so let's not get distracted.
But if we could have, a few extra in the party to help us out in case we run into.
Oh, I never expected him to say yes.
Yeah, but maybe the time he spends considering that, they may stay out of our hair.
He kind of looks at the three of you like, wait, can I go?
I mean, I'm not going to make you laugh yourself to death at this stage. Can't speak for my spear friend holding your unconscious friend.
At that, I kind of make like a tickling gesture.
He doesn't know why he was laughing. He doesn't know spells.
Exactly, he doesn't know.
He assumes I was tickling him to death. Phenomenal.
With that, he'll just slowly start moving toward.
This is the strangest fight I've ever been a part of.
And he'll grab his pal and just start unceremoniously dragging him. You've got him tied up. He's just like, and he's unconscious. Like, all right. And then like looking back at all of you and kind of eyeing the owl and especially Bellarmine, because he's following him around. Slowly makes his way off the map. We'll tell the chief. You're very, very honorable, very strong. Thank you.
Yeah.
Toodles.
Here, guys, or what?
What's up?
I said, so guys, did we make some friends here, or what?
Time will tell.
Yeah, it could be just a ploy so they can get out of the grips of us.
I can tell you what we didn't do, and that was murder a man in cold blood while I watched grinning. And I'm thankful that I made that choice.
That would have stuck with you a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I was really swept up in the theatrics of it all without really realizing what I was doing to the man.
And then, oh, I don't think I have a dagger. I had this whole thing planned out where I was going to make him swear a blood oath. But I don't even have a dagger where I can cut my own hand to do that.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah. All right, and Bellarmine is heading off into the woods.
These Lycelots seem very thirsty for fighting. They chase battle everywhere. I'm gonna call them the battle chasers.
Is our owl friend discovered which direction we should go in?
I mean, you were going
he's been
north the whole
staying put.
time.
Yeah.
So it looks like a couple of possible paths straight up or where I'm headed.
I don't think there's any official paths, but I think it's probably best if we head in this direction.
I agree. I say we continue on north there. We had a plan before. We may as well stick to it.
All right. With another 30 minutes of walking through the woods, assuming everybody's following, and who's sort of scouting ahead? No more boars. You find yourselves here.
The edge of the world.
You guys know you can use arrow keys?
What's
For
up?
what?
Move your
Oh, for
character
movement?
around.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, Mike, while I'm finishing packing my bag, can you just move my token along with Jim's?
Sure.
I'm here and I can see my screen, which is on my TV mounted to the wall, but I'm not looking at my laptop to see if I can hear you guys through my headset.
Got it.
I wonder if our owl friend can see more than us.
I mean, he's
Very
flying
good
overhead.
possibility.
Is this mist or is this just erased because it's the abyss?
It's erased because it's the abyss. It's really just like it's clouds is what it is. Like you
Gotcha.
look over the edge. So one thing that you notice is you've like as you're actually like moving outside of the tree line, I mean, it's middle. It's like midday. You're all trying to basically chomp into your rations a little bit, or your berries, what have you.
Is this a boat or a creature?
That's a tree. Just a tree. But yeah, so you're looking out, basically out into. I mean, the one thing that you quickly notice as you're getting toward the edge of the, once you're out of the tree line on this side of the island, is there's a significant wind that's sort of whipping past, basically from east to west. But you're looking out into the. Hold on, where's my? No.
There's nothing. Even when you get close, you can't see anything.
No. Well, so I mean, you're looking out basically you're looking basically at the edge of the island. So what would have principally been like the sea, you're basically looking out at a sea of clouds. Like you're just above what seems to be a very persistent cloud layer, like
Now,
below
I
you.
wonder
It's
if
as if
the
you're at a really
owl.
high altitude, but like it's just surrounded by clouds.
Wonder if the owl can fly around and see any of the islands.
Bellarmine thinks out loud. I think the person who would normally control the owl is a little busy. Um,
I can hear that, but I mean, I don't know what's beyond. I'm not going to send my pet. Like, he
right.
has no
So
special ability to see through the clouds, right?
no, I mean like they're just thick dense clouds. Below, I mean you have some like more like thin wispy clouds like really high up. And then can see. I mean, off into the distance, you think you see what look like. I mean, you have what looks like a pretty significant gap of like a couple miles, but then you can see the sort of the edge of the other island, and it's very mountainous on
And
that
the
far
little red
side, and then you do see hold on,
and the little red devil face has disappeared.
devil face, what? I don't know. I'm not sure what you were referring to with the devil face. But
Somebody was drawing it.
so you do see you do think you see a small patch of islands, like of tiny ones in the middle distance between where you are and the far islands, or what would basically be what would have been across the sea. Um, looks
Can
like
we gauge that distance?
um,
Because that was the ultimate goal of coming up here, was seeing
right.
if there was a method by which we could fly across, despite the crosswinds. Like,
I mean,
that
the
is.
crosswinds do seem pretty significant, but you do see what look like small islands, and I mean, it looks to be, I mean, it's somewhere on the order of miles. You're not sure how many. More than one, less than 5 to the tiny islands, and then twice that to the far coastline / floating island.
Somewhere, so the far island is somewhere between 2 and 10 miles away.
I mean, you're probably closer to like somewhere between. Maybe closer between 6 or 7 miles away, and the small islands are like you think like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I wonder, do any of the rock patterns or shoreline coincide with the old island formation from the map?
The large islands certainly you do seem to be just faced with like a wall of mountains on the far side of the big gap. As for the tiny islands, it doesn't seem to line up. You do see one small patch of islands floating out there, but nothing else like what the map prescribes.
Well, that's disappointing.
Did we determine our max range on flight distance?
0.2.
What was that?
Cast.
Hello, Jeff?
Can you hear me?
Not really. Now we can.
I wonder if it's using my microphone through my headset or through my computer. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 4.2 miles per cast.
So if the little miles we're gauging are 3 to 4 miles away, the little islands, then we could, in theory, make it to them. And if the far island is 6 to 7 miles away, then that should be able to give us 2 hops to get there, or more hops of smaller distance if there's additional smaller islands.
Could I gauge distance with who by saying fly in a straight line to the nearest small island that we can see, and then have him remember or count the time or wing flaps or something like that? Like basically calculate based on his move speed how far it is.
Hold on. Hold on. Give me a minute to try to figure something out. Hmm. I don't know. Here's what I'm struggling with. The owl only has an intelligence of 2. Can you do like mathematical distances with that amount of intelligence? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, perhaps we could tie a cord or a string or something that we could measure later. Now that would weigh him down.
Yeah,
to
what a string.
I don't think anybody has that much string. Miles of
Yeah,
string.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that your owl would be able to measure distance.
But Babbage, the tinkerer and mathematician, says,
Yes.
you know how fast your owl can fly, and you can certainly keep track of the passage of time and tell your owl to fly out and come back. Do a little calculations. It takes some X amount of time flying at this speed. We can at least get within an order of magnitude our distance scale.
Yeah, that would work. I like the problem solving.
We don't need to know down to the foot. We just need to know if it's within our max range, right?
You could send who and say fly there and come straight back.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
And then you know how fast who can fly, and we can figure out how long it took him to do that and extrapolate. Now you're learning science.
Don't tell the other druids.
Hold on. Okay. All right, so you're sending who out, and you're gonna see how long it takes for him to get back.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, also telling him because of the griffins to, if he sees them, to take immediate evasive action.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Abort mission. I'd rather not know how far it is and not have him die. Although he's a familiar, you just make a new one. I kind of elbow paladin as I say that.
And it paladin completely oblivious. No idea why.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So you send who?
Yes.
And after about 30 minutes. It comes back.
10 griffins in tow.
Actually, that's a good. Hold on.
I take it back.
So,
Don't give him any ideas.
give me a moment. Nope. Oh, come on. Where's? Yeah, give me a minute. I gotta do some off-haul things. Here we go. Let's see. Log. Okay. Um. the- Let's see. So a half hour goes by. No owl. 40 minutes. 45 minutes.
Guys, I don't know about that.
An hour. So you all have a short rest at this point if you want to use that for any reason.
Yeah, I'll take. Oh, I don't get spell slots. Never mind. I don't care.
For key point, I don't know if key points come back at short rest or not. An
Please
hour
keep
and
pushing a long rest.
an hour and 10 minutes.
Well, hang on. Let's do a little quick math. How fast can who travel you? Huh?
One moment.
They have a fly speed of 60.
And he's assuming he's dashing.
Short rest. Cool.
So if he's dashing, that's 120 feet in 6 seconds.
Yes.
Yes.
So 120 feet in 6 seconds. That's
20 feet a
1,200
second.
1,200 feet a minute. That's 12,000 feet an hour, which is just over 2 miles. So if the island is 3 miles away, then that's a 6-mile round trip, which would take 3 hours. So until we get after 3 hours, I don't think there's any cause for concern. Because if everything went smooth and there were no problems, we're expecting to be sitting here for roughly 3-ish hours. So after an hour and a half, I wouldn't expect to see him back anyway.
Anything before that's bad news because it means griffins.
Yeah, anything before that means the mission was aborted because he found griffins. Anything longer than that, then we just kind of assume he died to griffins.
But if the island is remember he's doing round trip and we're only going to do one way.
Yeah, but we're judging how long of waiting is disconcerting.
Yeah, I get that. But how far we can fly 4 miles, right?
Yes, it's in the chat log, which I will
But let's say it's 4 miles, just for calculation's sake. 4 miles is, 20,000 feet. So that's going to take him a while to fly that and then come back. It's going to be double that. Anything longer than that, we can't get there.
So what all are you doing during this time period?
Resting up
Rejuvenating,
against the side of a tree.
resting, rejuvenating, and praying. That's
Very
what
good.
I'm doing.
Very good.
And also looking to see if there's any good place to kind of hide out in case griffins are much closer than we expect.
You looking for hidey holes?
Yeah, I mean nearby in this immediate area where we would see who come back because he's theoretically flying straight line and coming straight back.
That would probably be over in the rocks.
Yeah, there's no like caves really, but I mean you could provide some cover with the giant rocks.
We don't have to worry about being snuck up on. I will alert us if there's anything sneaking up. And if you stay within 30 feet, we cannot be surprised.
How high are these rocks?
They get to be about 20 feet tall. It's like a pretty significant rock outcropping, so you got a pretty good view if you climb up them.
Oh,
Oh? What are we owing?
I just found my calculation.
Okay.
So I can cast 2 level 4 spells. It's a level conjure woodland beings to get the pixies to turn us to give us fly. Here, I will. So it's 2.27 miles per fly usage. And I could cast it twice. So 4.54.
How long has it been now for the owl?
I mean, I'd stopped this at about an hour and 15 minutes, wondering what you all were doing while waiting. I'm just curious if there was some point you were going to do something else. Is anybody else? Okay. So, hold on.
Are you still in communication with your owl?
No, it's 100 feet.
So that's 12,000 feet of flight over
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Wait, so. Wait, so you're saying you go 2.27 miles in 10 minutes?
Yes.
I thought giant eagles had 80.
I can't make. So what I'm doing is I'm casting Conjure Woodland Beings, hopefully rolling successfully for 8 pixies, and then have each pixie. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We have a double the range. So if I get 8 pixies, 4 pixies can each give us fly, and then we have the other 4 in pocket. Then, so per spell cast, it's 4.54 miles, and I can cast it twice, assuming that I roll successfully.
Okay, so I just want to make sure. We did
Oh, I totally misunderstood what was happening. I thought you were shapeshifting into a giant eagle.
No, you see everybody fly.
I can't. I'm not high
it
enough.
makes sense. Completely different method.
I can summon 2 giant eagles with. Well, that's assuming the DM gives it to us. The spell that I cast, Conjure Animals, the giant eagle is a CR1 creature, but that's up to the DM if I indeed summon an eagle.
Okay, so
But a creature can only carry one creature of a size smaller than it. So since we're all medium and it's large, except me carrying two of me, I could ride on you and you could ride an eagle.
Unless it was on more than one pass, too.
Yeah, that's fair. We could, but I don't know if I want to split the party. No, I mean the fly works. We just need pixies to make it happen.
So I just want to make sure, Babbage, you may want to redo your math.
What do you mean?
So he's going 120 feet every 6 seconds. That's 20
Yes.
feet. That's 20 feet a second, which is 1,200 feet a minute,
Yeah.
which is 72,000 feet an hour. That's 13
Oh
miles
yeah,
an hour.
my math was definitely wrong.
It was off by a factor of 60.
Yeah, I went from 1,200 to 12,000 instead of 72,000.
Yes. I'm like, this owl's flying at 13 and a half miles an hour.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay, so
So
yeah.
13 and a half miles an hour. After an hour, we would be very concerned.
Yes, and it's been an
Yes,
hour and 15
agreed.
minutes.
Okay, I think we've lost the owl.
Just want to make sure, I'm like, my math
Yeah.
doesn't add up to the Tinker's math.
Hey,
All right,
you know,
cool.
sometimes you do bad mental math. I was very confident, which I didn't. I didn't check my work.
Okay.
No. Ooh, Barnes, you are so sorry.
I mean,
Oh,
you conjured this being, right? It's not like you nursed a baby bird back to health, right? It's like it's fake.
who has been with us since the beginning?
I've been with us since the beginning.
And you are not lost.
All right. Tomato.
It's just for flair. Obviously,
I know.
I can ritually
Yeah,
cast this.
I'm playing, Jeff. We're role playing. We're having fun.
So I'm distracted a little bit right now. Can make a new. You can make a new owl.
No, I make robots.
No, you. Oh, you. You
Oh.
can make a new owl.
We haven't made that mistake in a while. I was starting to forget how that worked.
What goes around comes around.
Hmm.
Except for retainers.
Someday.
That would be a great comic relief. Cut to credits. End of episode. The Big Bang Theory laugh track.
Where are the retainers? All right, so what are you all doing now? It has been over an hour.
I think this was a neat idea, but I believe some greater power is suggesting that we don't try to skip half the island.
I mean, you have a sense that. I mean, what you said 2.27 miles, which is 4.5. I mean, theoretically, you could get there, at least to the middle island, assuming.
Assuming that concentration's not
Well,
broken.
So yeah,
but we
assuming
don't.
concentration's not broken, assuming there's nothing else flying around that could
Yeah,
potentially
and we
cause
don't know that
problems.
that's true.
And we don't know if that
Because-
island exists.
We were, you said it was anywhere from 2 to 4. If it's 4 miles away, we're in trouble.
I mean, you're still good if it's 4.5.
But
All right, we get 2 casts.
but that's a water map, and this is an air map. Those islands may never have made it.
Well, no, you can see.
No, I see it with my eyeballs, Battler. Mine is right there.
You can see a tinier island between.
I just don't have my surveyor's equipment. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have surveyor's equipment? I've got a whole host of tools.
This whole time he's had a.
This-
This whole time he's had a telescope, and he's like, "Well, we could have,
I don't think I had a telescope.
You
Okay.
can see what?
There is a small floating. There's a tiny island.
Yeah, in the real world, looking at roll 20, no, we can't see anything. In the theater of the mind that Mike described to us, we can see across the chasm all the way to the other continent, and we can see that there are islands in between. We just don't have perfect gauge of how far away those are.
Yes. Although it's surveyor's tools.
Well, let me
How-
see. What do we got here? There isn't actually such thing as surveyor's tools, but there are navigator's tools
Well, there are surveyor's tools.
in the
lasers
game.
And, theodolites and transit.
Yeah, those would essentially be between cartographers and navigators tools. I possess the knowledge of how to gauge that distance. I don't possess the tools.
What are the rules on
But-
polymorph?
But I could
gotta
craft
spell.
them.
There you go. All right.
And we could use the Boy Scout stick transfer method.
Jim, I didn't hear the last thing you did not hear the last thing you said.
I said I could craft them. Navigator's tools have a cost of 25 GP. I can craft at a rate of 60 an hour, 120 if the
Bot's helping him.
if the thing's helping me. So I've got all the time in the world to craft either navigator's tools or cartographer's tools. Which would I need, cartographers or navigators?
I mean, navigator's tools are more for like measuring the stars to figure out where you are in the middle of space, like in the middle of the ocean. Cartographer's tools, I think, are more like mapping. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as surveyor's tools in D&D. I would think the function of surveyor's tools would be included in one or a combination of cartography and navigation.
Unfortunately, the only there's two things you need to know to get from point A to point B: the direction and the distance. The direction's easy; you can map that out. But the distance is difficult if you don't have something like a laser light
Yeah.
theodolite or something like that, a laser measuring device, because you can't physically take a tape or a rope or something and do it when you're hanging on the air. You can only ratio. The old Boy Scout transfer method where you take a stick and you get to a high place and you put it on the ground, you measure the ground, and then you put it across where you're trying to go, like a river or whatever, and see if it's what the distance is.
Like two other things on your plate. First, if I had polymorph, or if the pixies cast polymorph on us, could we transform into giant eagles ourselves directly? Therefore, better move speed than just fly the spell. And second, while this is happening, I'm going to ritually cast augury.
By casting gem inlaid sticks, you need 25 gold worth of tokens.
Tokens?
Yeah, I mean specifically marked sticks, bones, or similar tokens worth at least 25 gold.
I guess
What are we? Are you talking about a spell?
Yeah, he's casting
Augury.
augury.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
The DM chooses for the five possible wheel. Good one. Oh, you've done this once before. Okay. All right, so.
But to be fair, I have no money. I don't carry money, and I don't have any of that.
I'll let this fly. I like you using this as an idea. I just like the I like the problem solving we're doing here. Let's see. The DM chooses from possible omens. Wheel. Whoa. Let's see.
Wheel,
Alright, so
woe, wheel, and woe, nothing.
Okay, so what course of action are you trying to divine?
Can we successfully fly across to the nearest island with this plan?
Okay, hold on.
And then, Jim, since you're a walking compendium, polymorph, could that turn us into something with a fly speed that's even faster than the fly spell?
Any beast whose challenge rating is equal or less than the target's, or the target's level if it doesn't have a challenge rating. So we could be turned into any beast
with a challenge
lower
rating of 9
lower than CR 8. Yeah.
or 8, yeah.
So let's go to the beast table.
Giant Eagle has a challenge rating of 1.
Yeah, I just want to see if there are other options.
Hmm.
Here's the beasts list. Here we go. Bat, giant bat, Quetzalcoatlus, Raven, Tressum.
Wish I let you filter my move speed.
So casting augury, it's wheel and woe. Like you get it's a neutral result that you are portended, so it's not the ornate sticks that you lay out as a part of this ritual that takes you a minute.
Giant wasp, giant eagle. And Mike, I hear that. I'll
Okay.
dress it in
It's a
character
mixed
momentarily.
bag.
Giant Eagle's the winner.
Yeah.
The only other option would be the Quetzalcoatlus, but that's a dinosaur.
Yeah, I'm not letting you have that one.
Yeah.
um,
My speed of 80 feet.
Yeah,
That
Giant
helps.
Eagles are 80. That's why they're the tip top for transport.
huh. Interesting.
They're large. They can be a mount for any humanoid. They have 80 speed, which is the fastest movement of any flying animal.
We could all turn into, if I get 8 pixies, then the first 4 polymorphous into giant eagles. They're tiny creatures, so they could just ride. The other 4 could just ride 1 per eagle, knowing that as soon as the spell ends, then they cast polymorph again. What's the duration? Well, no, polymorph lasts for an hour.
Polymorph is concentration up to an hour, yes. And we would be flying at, 16 miles an hour at that point?
Yeah, probably. Um,
Let me just go google.com. Feet per second, 2 miles per hour. So if we're doing 160 feet per second, it's 109 miles per hour. Oh, that's feet per second, not
18 miles an hour.
yeah. It's per 1 second, not per 6 seconds.
18 miles an hour.
Well, that changes things. And if it's the pixies, a tiny creature riding on the back of an eagle, maybe even riding in its beak or something like that, our beaks, it would be pretty difficult to disrupt the concentration of a tiny creature, even if it was attacked mid-flight.
Well, I mean, just because it's tiny doesn't mean it can't be just as easily targeted in combat like anything else. But regardless,
Polymorph is the way to go instead of fly.
I think, yeah, that's why I thought you were doing to begin with.
I forget why I went with fly instead. I remember why.
Regardless, we could all become giant eagles and cross the entire span of the chasm in like 20 minutes.
Well, what are we waiting for?
I am not really sure, Bellarmine. I'm just over here making some navigator's tools for no reason. But I have them now.
Huh.
I'd say let's do it.
And again, here we go, breaking Mike's game.
I stand by. Well, based on the plan that he did augury for, he gets wheel and woe. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Well, knowing that, we're gonna pause here. So the plan is to summon woodland creatures, hope you get enough pixies to make people giant eagles, and go from there. With the knowledge that you no longer have who.
I, for one, am pleased to at least see the other island. I didn't know how far away it was going to be, or if it even existed.
Well, by the time we get a good rest, we might have a new who.
Yoo-hoo. All right. I'm gonna say goodnight to the internet. With that,
Yeah, that was a
Preemptively ritually cast Find Familiar for next time.
yes,
Who 2.0.
very good. All right. Where's my?
Who
There we go.
too.
All right. And I never did check. Hey, people were actually chatting. Look at that. Why is he telling kill the DM? Why would he say kill the DM? Doesn't matter. All
I
right.
don't know.
Good night, all. Or good night,
Rude.
internet. Out here.